आपको इससे कोई रिग्रेट नहीं है, आपने किस तरह का बयान दिया?
मैं संतुष्ट हूं उससे।
Picture this, a decade or so ago, your power and position were so influential that you were fixing cabinet berths for fun, sitting in the plush bungalows of Lutyens, Delhi. Such was your clout that you used Rashtrapati Bhavan as a place for hosting private parties. However, once the regime changed, you were forced to move from place to place like a nomad and call it true journalism, whilst publishing photos of funeral pyres and extracting ad revenues for your shabby YouTube channel. This is the story of Barkha, the absolute worst of journalism in India. From being a cabinet fixer to an ambulance chaser journalist, in a literal sense, the fall of Barkha has been spectacular to say the least. Now, Madhya Pradesh Home Minister Dr. Narottam Mishra has truly wiped the floor with Barkha in a recent interview, which has sent the latter to shadows. Hi and welcome to TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Tanya, and I'm here to tell you about how Dr. Narottam Mishra shattered the propaganda of Barkha Dutt into pieces. Reportedly, Barkha Dutt interviewed Dr. Narottam Mishra after the Khargon violence, where the Islamist mob resorted to violence and arson during the Ram Navami procession.
ये भले लोगों का जीना मुश्किल कर देते हैं। आप वहां की स्थिति देखें, किस तरह से गरीबों के घर जलाए हैं, किस तरह से बच्चों को निर्ममता से मारा, आईसीयू में भर्ती रहे हैं, एसपी को गोली लगी है, टीआई का सर फट गया है, पुलिस वाले भर्ती हैं, सारे गरीब लोग बस्ती जला दिए इनने।
During the 14-minute interview, Mishra was seen eating his lunch while Barkha tried to badger him with questions regarding his role in the aftermath of the violence. The MP Home Minister had remarked that those engaging in stone pelting and those providing their houses for the stone pelting activities will be reduced to rubbles. When asked if he regrets using the bulldozers to turn the houses into rubbles, a stoic Mishra, whilst eating his lunch, remarked, "मैं संतुष्ट हूँ इससे." I am satisfied with the action.
आपको इससे कोई रिग्रेट नहीं है, आपने किस तरह का बयान दिया?
मैं संतुष्ट हूं उससे।
Earlier, when Barkha asked what kind of due process was followed when pressing bulldozers into service, Dr. Mishra bluntly remarked it was tit for tat. These are anti-social elements. They make the lives of others miserable. They burnt down the houses and injured several people who were now admitted to the hospital. An SP was shot by them and a police inspector was severely injured. You tell me what should be done with people like these?
ये भले लोगों का जीना मुश्किल कर देते हैं। आप वहां की स्थिति देखें, किस तरह से गरीबों के घर जलाए हैं, किस तरह से बच्चों को निर्ममता से मारा, आईसीयू में भर्ती रहे हैं, एसपी को गोली लगी है, टीआई का सर फट गया है, पुलिस वाले भर्ती हैं, सारे गरीब लोग बस्ती जला दिए इनने।
Barkha, still taking the side of the rioters, questioned why the police and court weren't involved in the process, to which Dr. Mishra once again calmly replied, police and court would take steps to ensure justice. However, rioters should know the state government can take action too. Those states that did not take action thinking the police and court would do justice are facing riots. Not a single riot happened in Uttar Pradesh. There were 900 processions, but not even a single scuffle took place. Every action has a different effect. There should be confidence in the government. Dr. Mishra's statement of "मैं संतुष्ट हूँ" reminds one of a similar statement by one of the tallest BJP leaders, former UP CM Kalyan Singh. Padma Vibhushan Kalyan Singh, in an interview, had famously remarked when asked if regretted his role in the demolition of Babri Masjid, "I am not sorry for the demolition of the structure, nor do I feel any contrition for it. No regrets, no repentance, no sorrow, no grief." Following the demolition of the controversial structure, many regard the event as a matter of national shame, but I say that it is a matter of national pride. As reported extensively by TFI, on December 6, 1992, a huge crowd of Kar Sevaks and Sanatanis surrounded the disputed area from all sides. The then Indian Home Minister Shankar Rao Chavan informed Kalyan Singh that the Kar Sevaks had reached near the dome of the Babri Masjid. However, Kalyan Singh, being being a devout Sanatani, refused to allow the bullets to be fired on the Kar Sevaks and rather preferred to resign from the CM post. Till his last day, Kalyan Singh was proud of the decision. During an interview in 2020, he remarked, "That day, amid the build-up, I got a call from the district magistrate of Ayodhya saying that nearly 3.5 lakh Kar Sevaks had assembled. I was told that central forces were on their way to the temple town, but their movement was halted by Kar Sevak outside Saket College." He further added, "I was asked whether to order firing or not. I denied permission in writing and said in my order, which is still there on the files, that firing would lead to the loss of many lives, chaos and law and order issues across the country." During the last month or so, riots have taken place across the country on Hindu processions by radical Islamists who feel threatened by the mere presence of Hindus. Madhya Pradesh government instilled fear in the hearts of rioters by going against the conventional, much to the chagrin of the Islamic leftist cabal of the country. With his swagger-laden statement, Dr. Mishra has further piled on the misery of the despicable leftist cabal.